New Dark Racial. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. It's Monday.
You gotta wake up. You gotta listen to DRH. It's your favorite podcast in the morning.
Are you at work yet, or have you been fired?
Shut the fuck up, bro. I'm listening to Dark Racial Humor.
Bye.
Hey, what the fuck was that? New Dark Racial,
New Dark Racial.
the podcast.
The podcast. Dirt.
I don't know what you guys signed up for.
New Dark Racial.
I don't know what
but
you
this
guys
is
call it.
Over
But
there
this
in
is
fucking
Dirch.
goddamn hole.
The new Eppy of Dirch is out.
Oh, you trying to go to Tilly's pub and watch Dutch?
Dirch at
Dirch. What is Dirch, dude?
it's dark racial humor,
That's
flowing, in-depth conversation about errors appropriate at the time. I'm
your friend.
I'm your friend.
Call
Unless you don't know each other, then I guess.
John David Rickert. There's gonna be like audience wars, and the early dark racists first will call themselves dark racists, and they'll call the pod dark racial humor. And these fucking new cats are gonna roll up and be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about? We're dirge babies." Except maybe not babies, because that's what Dalia called his, which now makes sense.
Now makes sense.
Oh no, we're fucking potting, dude.
At first it was cute and charming. Now it's just creepy and
what?
Yeah, calling them babies.
Yeah.
Chris D'Elia. Okay, this is what Chris D'Elia needs to do. He strikes me as a comedian that does not give a shit. If he wants to hold on to that character, he just needs to jump back into comedy and not acknowledge anything that happened, right? Keep doing the podcasts. Just keep going. Because, for some people that works. Like,
yeah, it is indeed an option once you're once you're just flagged with being a weird dude.
David Dobrik, the YouTuber, he's tried. I mean, people have tried to cancel him quite a number of times for reasons that may be true, maybe not true. But he just never addresses it, like, ever.
That's that YouTube mentality. Those fucking gunslingers over there, dude.
No fucking apology video. And he does a podcast, never mentions it. It's like it doesn't even happen to him. And then people just literally forget about it, right? But then when you make an apology video, then it becomes a thing on fucking Twitter. Or if you, like, don't do anything like Chris D'Elia, you, like, step back for a little bit. Then people are like, oh, he definitely did something, Yeah.
So the moral of the story is, when you commit evil things, just, don't acknowledge it and keep on going.
If you actually did it, then maybe apologize.
Hey, no, dude. What you got to do is commit those evil acts and just plow through it. Get that fucking dough, get that fucking content out, and they can suck your dick.
You know how I'm a huge fan of our friends over at Vox, right? Psych, I'm not. It is. So Vox, it was started by two guys, and there was like this really long open letter. I forgot who made it, but it was it was written by a journalist, and it was signed by a bunch of other journalists, basically saying that cancel culture has gone too far. And one of the fucking founders of Vox signed this letter, and the other founder of Vox, like, fucking, like, subtweeted him, like, about it, basically saying, like, oh, you're not.
You don't know, a subtweet is like a subconscious blow towards someone via Twitter, apparently.
A subtweet is something that children do on Twitter. If you are over the age of 16 and you are still subtweeting, I am judging you. So yeah, he subtweeted his co-founder of Vox saying, like, oh, you're not as progressive as you think. You need to change your thinking, blah, 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 blah. And then there was, like, this fucking internal war, I guess, in the Vox offices, right? And then one of the guys came out and said, hey, I'm not subtweeting anybody. Like why would I subtweet somebody who's a member of my own company and also my co-founder?
Yeah.
But everyone was like, dude, it seems pretty obvious that like this is what you're referring to. So yeah, basically the far left is eating each other, and yeah,
Okay.
that's our
Is
that's our
Vox
friend.
far left, dude?
That's our friends of Vox is like super far left. Have you ever read Vox?
Not really.
Or just watch a Vox video, and in the first couple seconds you'll be like, okay.
There's been some nice Vox videos.
They have great like storytelling technique, but like it's very one-sided over there.
Hey man, everything's one-sided when you got two sides pitted against each other for people being distracted.
Everything is one-sided.
One-sided things still have points on either side.
Yeah, that's not what I have a problem with. I have a problem with either side withholding facts. And both sides do that.
That's part of having sides, dude.
Yeah, but they don't have to do that. They could just literally
America, that's
like
what it's for, dude.
And it's
There's
no
nothing more American than having people pick sides for distraction reasons.
America's not the only country with a two-party system, and it wasn't the first either.
Well, I'm in this one, so that's all my context is.
You also can vote for anyone you want.
This is true, but does that does that be fruitful for any reason?
Doesn't matter. You're practicing your right to choose who you want to vote for. Even if there's a 0%
for.
What?
That's not who gets voted for.
But you, as an American, have the right to not just choose those people. Yeah. Right? Even though the person you'd vote for is never going to win, a million years, the fact that you have the ability to do that is pretty fucking crazy.
It still doesn't win the battle if there's only two sides that will ever bubble up.
Well, what are you doing to make a third party candidate more heard?
Not much.
Are you like using your platform to make some third party candidate, some Green Party libertarian? I don't know.
I do tend to denounce the battling two sides that makes American politics a sport.
See, even if you have 10 people on Instagram that actually listen to you out of how many followers you have, they would be aware of a third party candidate that you endorse a lot on Instagram, and then maybe they'll look into it and they'll tell their friends about it, But everyone bitches about the system and wants to tear the system down. But it's like, dude, just fucking work to make it better.
That's part of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the fucking voting thing, and this isn't like just to you. It's to like most people I know that bitch about politics. Did you vote? Mm-hmm. No. Well, then what are you bitching for?
Because it does it really, if you vote for two people that are put in front of you, it does nothing.
You don't have to vote for them though. You can vote for anyone.
Yeah.
That's like there's lots of people where you find the one you most identify with, and then
I guess funnel to the electoral college.
Huh? Yeah, but the reason there's electoral college is because it's just the way the states work and population density, and like I don't know the exact science of it, but it's there for like a reason.
There's something that was passed. I think I brought it up before, but before when the electoral college's representatives didn't pick with the popular vote of their state, it was like okay, and then something was passed where there's some punishment for it. That was new. Fun facts.
We should look into that because I've never heard of that. Yeah, let's look up the history of the electoral college.
Don't really gotta. I think before. Let me try to find something on it. But you can kind of just do what you want in the electoral college. Then, apparently, there might have been a Supreme Court decision.
Electoral college. This is from history.com. 5 times in history, presidential candidates have won the popular vote but lost the Electoral College. This has led to some question why Americans use this system to elect the president in the first place. Among the many thorny questions debated by the delegates to the 1787 Constitutional Convention, one of the hardest to resolve was how to elect the president. The founding fathers debated for months, with some arguing that Congress should pick the president and others insistent on a democratic popular vote. Their compromise was known as the Electoral College. The system calls for the creation every 4 years of a temporary group of electors equal to the total number of representatives in Congress. Technically, it is these electors and not the American people who vote for the president. In modern elections, the first candidate to get 270 of the 538 electoral votes wins the White House. The Electoral College was never intended to be the perfect system for picking the president, says George Edwards III, emeritus political science professor at Texas A&M University. It wasn't like the founding fathers said, hey, what a great idea. This is the preferred way to elect the chief executive, period, says Edwards. They were tired, impatient, frustrated. They cobbled together this plan because they couldn't agree on anything else. At the time of the Philadelphia Convention, no other country in the world directly elected its chief executive, so the delegates were wading into uncharted territory. Further complicating the task was a deep-rooted distrust of executive power. After all, the fledgling nation had just fought its way out from under the tyrannical king and overreaching colonial governors. They didn't want another despot on their hands.
This is from AP on July 6th. Supreme Court ruled unanimously on Monday that states can require presidential electors to back their state's popular vote winner in the Electoral College. The ruling in cases in Washington State and Colorado just under 4 months before the 2020 election leaves in place laws in 32 states and the District of Columbia that bind electors to vote for the popular vote winner, as electors almost always do anyway. So-called faithless electors have not been critical to the outcome of a presidential election, but that could change in a race decided by just a few electoral votes. It takes 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. A state may instruct electors that they have no ground for reversing the vote of millions of its citizens, Justice Elena Kagan wrote in her majority opinion that walked through the American political and constitutional history with an occasional nod to pop culture. Such an order by a state accords with the Constitution as well with the trust of the nation that here we the people rule, said Kagan. This is from AP goes on to say that President Donald Trump has been a critic and a fan of the Electoral College with tweets from 2012 and 2016 things.
Who won the popular vote in 2016?
In November 2016, after he, meaning Trump, won. After he won, I think that's a AP grammar error. November 2016, after Trump won presidency despite losing the popular vote to Hillary Clinton, he tweeted the Electoral College is actually genius in that it brings all states, including the smaller ones, into play. Monday's ruling was not about the legitimacy of the Electoral College or an ongoing effort to effectively eliminate it by having states commit to support the national popular vote winner. Monday's ruling was not about the legitimacy of the Electoral College or an ongoing effort to effectively eliminate it. That proposal is sure to be challenged in the courts when take effect unless states constituting a majority of electoral votes endorsed it. So I'm pretty sure it gives leeway for individual states to have some kind of punishment for voters of the president that don't go with the state's vote.
Oh, that's right. I had one of my teachers explain it. It was like there's so many people in California compared to Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. Like Rhode Island would be like, what's the point of us voting if we're not gonna have any power in this election? You know,
100% vote by people, then people would have different numbers in different states.
You know, I'm saying this for years. We just need a king of America. Keep it in the family. Tyrannical power, government overreach, all the way. Make everything like the post office.
The post office.
I'm
Hello?
just kidding. I was at the post office, dude, and I was like, this place fucking sucks.
It's
Like,
not
this
that
place
bad.
fucking sucks ass.
I can get packages to places. Pretty cool.
Pretty slow as shit, dude. Have you ever been to Amazon Locker Hub?
A little bit.
It's like one person there and the rest is done by AI. And I'm just like, bro, like, why isn't the post office more like
AI's
this?
coming, dude. There's
Like we have all this tax money. Why don't you make the post office a little bit better, huh?
that
Damn,
could be a thing. Where's all the fucking money, man?
dude, it's going to a lot of it's going to bullshit, dude, and I know that for a fact. A lot of it's going to trash. A lot of it's going
The actual
into
trash or like the colloquial term trash.
by trash. I mean like it's going in someone's pocket where it should be going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like it's someone's getting paid a little bit too much. That's working for the city. That's working for the state, and they're going on vacation and shit with like money that they don't need. Like I'm all for making your own money and fucking balling the fuck out, go on vacation, do whatever you want. But like government money, nah,
Circulating pockets and power.
trash, dude. Get rich in the public sector. That's what I'm saying.
There's a bunch
Sorry,
of
no, I didn't mean that. The private sector. Get rich in the private sector.
oh boy.
Oh boy,
Take
don't
your
clip me.
stance.
Don't clip me.
There's a bunch of sports reopening again in
Oh yeah.
basically bubbles of Orlando, Florida. And I brought it up because you're talking about AI, and there's a bunch of like people in webcams on. I was watching an MLS game for a little bit, which is Major League Soccer. For those of you in Hull that are uncultured with American soccer, you fucking heathens. And so they had like fans on like a scoreboard. It's very weird. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's future telling a little bit.
You ever worry about someone just like hopping into your webcam and just looking at you?
Kind of just for the sake of they could do it. I wouldn't like that, but
It's pretty easy.
but I was watching also a YouTube video that was like scamming scammers in India or something, and he hopped in like their desktop and they could hop in their desktop, like vice versa, and he could see what they were trying to do to him, and they were trying to get into his webcam, and he's like, I didn't have a webcam. I was like, oh gee.
I just hardwired my computer to the router, mostly for speed, but also a little bit for privacy.
Have you noticed a difference?
It's a little snappier, but it's still like the same speed.
Snappier, like choppier?
Like web pages load faster.
Oh.
But I haven't like uploaded a YouTube video yet, so we'll see.
Oh.
We will see.
Sports are opening, dude, and everybody everywhere is sick. At least 1% of those sports people got some family member or got sick. And they're like, nah, just fucking go out in there and play in Florida.
They have
Which is weird that they picked fucking. It was, I think, at least the NBA and the WNBA is in like a Walt Disney facility. I found that kind of weird.
Don't they have unlimited tests, the NBA?
Tests?
Don't they just buy like tests in bulk and just test them every day or something? That's what I heard.
I'm not sure. But people have been testing positive in the NBA circles. I'm thinking that the Walt Disney has to do with like ESPN contracts as well.
Dude, they should fucking make the basketball games outside.
I don't know where they are. But everybody seems sick, and it seems like a fucking not good idea to have people hoteled up together.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, we gotta take a break. We should talk about schools after
silence
after this money. Holy shit, that was scary. I thought I wasn't recording for a second.
Kind of like Valley Girl suburban emo shit are dead.
Like Peep.
Like Peep X sang like that.
Because they're all into those same fucking drugs, dude.
And I was like, damn, I kind of like this shit. But there's like, no one really raps like this because the main ones are dead.
You kind of have to do drugs to rap like that, to be that sad. But then you overdo it, and then you're like, fuck. But you know, while they were here, they gave us like great. Juice WRLD had like a bunch of fucking clips. I don't know who put them on his CD, like in between songs or mixed into songs with just other artists praising him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lil Dicky was going off on a fucking song like Juice WRLD's the best freestyle I've ever heard in my fucking life. Like he literally just went to Benny Blanco's studio and made like 2 hits and was just like, you pick whatever one you want and fucking just freestyles for hours. I'm just like, that's cool.
I mean, hey, if Lil Dicky says it, then shit, man. That's high praise. Dave, bro.
God of music. Lil Dicky, Logic, fucking Russ are the gods of hip hop.
Dude, Russ, I don't know. Russ is whatever.
On God, I've never listened to a Russ song in my life.
I listened to one song called What? I didn't know. I said last time we brought up Russ that I thought he was Latino, but he's white.
He's white? I thought he was something.
He has like a big like nose that it seems like Middle Eastern or something, and he has long hair and shit.
Is he like 5 feet tall? He looks short.
He does seem short. He seems like he's fucking like out of Egypt or something, dude. I don't know. I'll have to ask him what's his lineage.
He looks like he wears a lot of basketball jerseys.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't play. All right, let's talk about schools.
Schools are being urged to open by the federal government, and everybody's like, "Hey, I'm scared." And then the people are like, "Hey, go fuck yourself. We need kids to go away from their homes so that their parents can go to work so that we can kind of get some fucking money flowing through this fucking company."
Yeah, and also you don't want your kids to be dumb.
I mean, you can be dumb at home as well.
No. You need to fucking learn, dude. Fucking
by online learning, I mean.
Online learning is ineffective.
I don't believe that.
Bro, a bunch of fucking schools, we talked about this, closed early because they couldn't figure out how to use the fucking computer.
Yeah, I think learning that might be a little better for the short term rather than putting people in a packed classroom with 30 cats and getting teachers sick.
A couple things for sure about this virus. One thing for sure is that kids are the least affected.
Or adults the least affected.
Here is a solution to that. Replace the fucking old ass teachers with 21-year-old teachers.
Young teachers don't want to do that either way.
Young teachers, are you kidding me? There's lots of fucking young teachers that would love to have a job right now.
And the teachers that are in place right now, I think would be like not down to be in a classroom full of 30 kids.
Well, no, here's the thing. The old teachers stay home and they teach via Zoom to the classroom full of kids. And then the 21-year-old is like a proctor or something, right?
That's still insanely fucking egregiously not safe for people.
How? 21-year-olds still, right now, according to the CDC, have a death rate under 0%. Not under, it's like 0.01%.
So they get sick and then you just funnel in new teachers?
They get sick and then they get better.
And then
they're the highest group that's asymptomatic. Bro, the only way we're going to get through this as a society is if this thing goes through the young people and they continue pushing society forward and the old people stay home until there's a vaccine.
So you just funnel through sickness as a young people?
Absolutely, yes.
I think that's unsafe.
Bro, it's unsafe, but the majority of people that carry this are asymptomatic. You could have it right now and you don't even know. I could have it and I don't even know. Right?
Possibly.
So then if they're tested and they have it, they don't continue teaching the kids. They stay home until they test negative. But
and if they do subs in there,
if they do get it, they're not going to die. That's the point. You try to keep the death rate low. Not even possibly.
Possibly.
Dude, this is literally data that comes out every day. Look up fucking coronavirus studies. I read through this shit like at least twice a week. Just new discoveries they find. And they always say, if you're 21 years old, your chance of dying is like 0.0 something percent. Right? And lower than that, like, you're fucking fine. Once you start getting to your 40s, that's when you start having issues. Now, I'm not saying 20-something-year-olds don't get sick. You might possibly get sick, but your chances of beating this are way, 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 way higher than a 60-year-old teacher.
That still spreads from teachers to kids to parents to community.
Okay, well, another way we're going to beat this is this thing called herd immunity, where the majority of the population gets it and then they become immune to it.
I don't think that's really worked so far in the United States and the places with the highest amount of population that's got it.
Well, not yet, because this thing just started. Bro, this thing is killing less kids a year than the flu. Do we close school for the flu?
No, but in places where it's high density of it, like fucking Florida that just got a bunch of deaths.
Dude.
New cases.
Dude, every state is getting a bunch of deaths. California, they're only talking about 3 states. They're talking about Florida. They're talking about Texas. They're talking about Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think of that?
Because they got the most.
No, they don't have the most. Massachusetts is getting fucked right now. California is getting literally bent over a sink and fucked. But those 3 states have fucking Republican governors. Right?
Sure.
So they're going to focus on those states. These states are they're fucking up the opening up. They opened up too early. Meanwhile, when they cover California, Governor Newsom is doing all he can to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Wow. If you look at our deaths, they're just on par with all of those states, if not more, day by day. Same thing with New York. New York was getting fucked. Oh, but the governor of New York is doing everything he can to save these lives. He's trying to get the ventilators. But fuck the governor of Florida. He fucked up. He opened too early. When he opened literally at the same time as us.
They're still the same. I mean, New York got a lot of cases and deaths, and so does all those other places with a lot of populations.
New York actually fucked up their fucking lockdown. They locked down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to debate this between governors, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying my point is, bro, it's gonna spread. The safest people are safer than if they get the flu. And some things in society have to continue because kids just aren't learning at home. They're like too restless. College is a little different. A college student can fucking take a class online, but a 3rd grader, how are you gonna make a 3rd grader learn for 5 hours a day in front of a computer? Realistically,
less hours in school. You brought up college. What I was gonna say earlier is imagine signing up for college, having to take online classes, not going to the retreat and shit, dude.
Bro, imagine having to sign up for college and they're still making you pay the same amount you would as if you were there. I would just be like, fuck this.
Dude. I probably wouldn't.
I would just not go to school until this is over.
I was thinking like
or go to community college.
I was thinking if like currently, even with fucking exterior pandemic and shit, like if I would do college again, and I'm thinking yes, but like it wouldn't be for like career shit. I think the only thing college did was give me like a nice 4 to 7 year, 6 year experience.
I'm thinking about going back to college.
What would you do?
Finance. Or business. Get a master's degree.
I wouldn't do business. If I was going to do something, it'd be something completely trade related.
Like what? Electrician?
Something that is a little less ethereal.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm working at places with like people that didn't go to college.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, I do not want to be 35 making the same money I was when I was 24. You know,
As a result of college, or just circumstance of like knowledge?
well, I mean, there's certain jobs you can only get if you have like higher education. You know,
Like what?
like fucking if you want to work at a law firm or something, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a doctor.
I feel like lawyers are gonna get automated too. Dude, I'm gonna read that fucking automation book by that one dude. I think he was an Asian dude.
Fucking read all the automation books, dude. Yeah, yeah. Lawyers are gonna get automated, but we're always gonna need litigators.
What does that mean?
The person that actually like argues on behalf of someone or something. You're gonna need that
Weird.
aspect in the criminal justice system.
Bastards.
Unless the AI can literally just be like, here's the proof, bam, jail, or innocent. We could be there, and then there's no need for judges.
I was reading a thing that was like I think it was just like a small random ass town, but the judge, I believe, or the DA or something, was getting hella money just to put cats in jail. And it came out and he got put through trial, but he was only arrested for like a weed pipe that was in his car. And there was a bunch of parents that were like, yo, this guy was taking money, so putting kids in jail.
That's trash.
There's a chick who did like a MySpace for her vice principal, kind of like trolling. She got put in jail.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I think that's kind of a microcosm of what a lot of is happening.
Yes. Horrible.
Money, power.
But how
think?
great is it that you know about that?
It's okay.
It's better than not knowing. It's better than the judge getting away with it and continuing to do it.
My thing is stopping at saying gratitude for the power of knowledge doesn't stop there.
Gratitude for checks and balances.
Gratitude for saying, like, after you saying, yeah, I do know about it, I wouldn't be like, well, at least I know about it and I can go along with my day.
I mean, knowing about it as in like people that do wrong in our government are held accountable if they're caught.
Sometimes.
No, most of the time. Doesn't always happen.
I don't think that's true.
If most people were getting away with shit, I think then we'd have a serious problem. Because like people actually fucking do shit and fucking go to jail, serve time for it.
Sometimes.
Unless you're like super high up like Hillary Clinton or something. Or Jeffrey Epstein.
Obama. Romney.
Fucking Romney. Fucking Joe Biden. Who knows what that guy's done? Yeesh. But fucking Clinton.
That
Bill
also is like why I get fucking disgruntled with the two-party sport shit is because like one person who waves a fucking Democratic flag would say the same thing, but only a couple other people because it suits their fucking weird political 2020 tribe mentality.
Absolutely. Would I do that? Do you think I would do that though? Do you think I'm pretty fair?
I think together we're both kind of fair.
No, do you think like you think I
Everyone
like
got
do you
bias.
think I like listen for the facts and wait and just be like, okay, this is based on what I know, I think this is how it goes. This is who I think is right and this is who I think is wrong. Because I don't
I still think you still have kind of bias.
Is it still bias if you hear everything and you make a decision though?
I don't think, I mean, like generally with what? Like what are you kind of talking about?
It's like, for example, whenever you say something, and say you say something bad about Trump, my first instinct is that's Ricker's opinion. I'm gonna go on the internet and see what actually happened. I'm gonna read about it. I'm gonna fucking find a video of him saying what everyone thinks he says, right? And then I find the evidence. And if he says something different, then I come at you and I say, you're wrong. This is what actually happened. Is that bias?
No, but do you do that for the opposite side as well?
Yes, I definitely do. I know
Okay.
I definitely do.
Then no. Oh, well, I still think people have bias in them though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I have definitely I don't think my political bias is as big as you think, but I definitely have like some sort of bias somewhere in there.
I also think like I said, it's a weird the fucking whale and the symbiotic relationship of doing that
What,
is
yin
very
yang?
exemplified. Yeah, because I think kind of innately the same thing is if someone says something, I'm kind of stubbornly doing the opposite, devil's advocate for it.
Yeah, I do devil's advocate a
And
lot.
that's what the because like me being debative of stuff when you bring up stuff brings up a different side than when like if my family brings up something I'm debative because there's two different biases with the 2 points of people.
Yeah, but you
You
told
know
me
what
your
I'm
mom
saying?
only watches CNN.
Yeah, she's very biased.
So
So
if like she's
my
coming at you, you're saying you're thinking you debate her different than you debate me.
yeah, because there's 2 different biases.
I see.
Like I bring up different stuff to fucking cut her points at the knee rather than your points at the knee would be different stuff.
Yeah, you like call her bad names and shit and make her cry.
No, I'm
Speaking of
talking about
CNN, I want
stuff.
to take some time to say, Don Lemon, you're a joke.
Why so?
He's just fucking how do I explain it? One thing I do respect about Don Lemon, when people are coming at him, he's just fucking like a statue. He doesn't get emotional, which I love that in journalists. If like people are going crazy, and that's what I respect about Don Lemon. But Don Lemon,
I think most news personalities when with TV are kind of like that.
Don Lemon is just so fucking. He just plays identity politics so much. It's really annoying.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't listen to him a lot.
It's like he's very much, if you're black and you're gay, you have to fucking agree with me, or you're not black or you're not gay or something. You're not an ally. It's like, dude, like you don't fucking know everybody. Fucking relax.
Chappelle on his bit there was he was talking about Don Lemon, but there was captions that were going on the YouTube that were like left in. Did we talk about that?
No.
When he was going on about CNN, there was like an edited part, but the caption were reading what he was saying at the unedited part. and, and he was joking about how Don Lemon was like obviously gay.
Oh.
People
Yeah,
didn't
he's
like
obviously gay. He said he was gay.
that. Is it?
Yeah, he came out like 10 years ago, I think.
Or are you thinking about Anderson Cooper?
No, Don Lemon did too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think they fly.
They probably keep it professional.
Bastards.
That's best. Okay, we gotta take a break.
Oh, what? Not Cole Bennett's brother,
I wonder
but
how
Chance the Rapper's brother.
his brother, Chance the Rapper, the true son of God, feels about his brother being a bisexual. You think he disowns
Chance
him?
is probably gay too, bro.
Chance is so far in the closet. It's not
He's probably gay.
He's deep, bro. No one talks about their wife and how much they love them that much, unless they're gay. Unless they're getting some meat on the side, some schmeat on the side, bro. And chances
Dude,
like
I was
it'll fuck with my image.
do you know Try Guys, right?
Yeah.
Do you know them well enough to know like
No. No, I don't.
okay. Well, there's one dude who's super into his wife, right? And he has a kid, and
Okay.
you know his fucking everybody has their fucking category to fucking get themselves like a brand on the Try Guys.
Yes.
He loves his wife and shit. I'm pretty sure that motherfucker might be closeted gay.
Bro, either that or just cheating. Just straight cheating or gay
Or
cheating.
also, he did say, now this is another aspect of it. He never felt attractive till he met his wife. So maybe he's just a wife simp, you know.
Maybe he's just a wife simp. And hey, man, you're gonna lose her if you keep that shit up. So let's tone it back a little bit.
I don't know. They seem to be deeply in love with their family.
Remember Shay Caro? He seemed deeply in love too until he was
God damn it.
hitting up girls on the side.
Loved his kids.
Loved his kids, but obviously not enough to stay true to their fucking mother.
They got any?
Katie Lett, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Praying for you.
There hasn't been a Shaytard family video upload update in a while, so let's see.
They got a house out of it, so
What do you mean?
they bought that big ass property in like Idaho or where they're from.
They would do that either way.
What? No way, dude. They
Last-
were poor as fuck when they started YouTube.
They were, huh?
Dude, he said he had 50 bucks.
Was
when
he
made his
a
YouTube channel.
electrician or something?
He was like a DJ, I think, and he installed
No
countertops.
way.
Yeah,
Countertops.
He worked for radio. He worked for radio.
That makes sense. Yeah,
was
countertops is what
fucking-
it was, dude. He was a big countertop boy.
I remember. I think it was the year he turned 30. He did the daily
Mhm.
vlogs. Fuck, dude. This guy used
Shaytard's
to be
last update year ago.
to date. Out of he's not really a celebrity, but out of all celebrities I've ever met, he is the nicest one by far. I met him when he was fat.
Oh,
So
wow, look at this.
he was so kind.
A Katie let upload 1 week ago. This is
Shit.
previously a Colette. Her name's not Kate Let. Her name's Colette Katie or something.
Because she's a woman, dude.
Does her sister have fucking cancer?
I hope.
Because
Not.
she's bald headed and her eyes look kind of
Yellow.
baggy. Colette Katie cover of Clearly by Grace Vanderwaal. Okay, so anyway, that's. Do you have a light that usually isn't on in your room that is off right now?
Yes. Do I look
Looks like a
mysterious?
It looks like you're about to fucking give a manifesto.
Do I look like
It's kind of cool.
these motherfuckers bullied me?
You need at least like one little like blue light in the back.
I'm just gonna start a YouTube persona.
Mhm.
It's just all my videos are gonna be like this, and I'm just gonna talk about politics. Just be super mysterious. Just be like,
You
hey
have to
guys,
put your head down a little bit. So your eyes
Bonjin
are-
Army.
Yeah, like that. So you're looking up.
Bonjin Army tomorrow in Grand Park. We will rise. Be there at 12 noon, and be sure to wear a mask.
He's super into math stuff.
Oh my god, I go out there and I literally like lead a riot. Oh, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Like, we're
Why
gonna
is that
go
funny?
out. This will be a suicide mission. We're going out. Bring
Oh,
your guns. We're gonna charge the police.
Oh boy.
If you really love me, you will do this.
Man,
I wonder how easy it is to make a cult.
I feel like there was someone who already tried that and did a fucking web series about it.
If you have enough internet popularity, you'd probably do it.
I mean, a lot of things are already cultish.
Making a cult from scratch. I made a cult from scratch.
There's for sure a documentary about that, or at least a YouTube web series. I feel like I've seen it before.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of things are cultish.
like
Politics is very cultish.
the Kanye West fan club is cultish. The
Sports
Weekend
is very
fan club is
cultish.
cultish.
I mean, hey, it's
The-
deserved. He's
I
Weeknd.
mean, he's
But
the
see, like
son of
that,
God.
like even that little funny bit.
no.
is very
No.
cultish.
It's true. It's true. It's true. EXO for life, baby. Fucking
Money's cultish. Dude.
Rick and Morty fans are cultish.
Freddie Gibbs, Rabbit Gang, cultish.
The creators of Rick and Morty hate their fans.
I feel like they're just they're depressed and cynical, so that doesn't count.
Fucking
Hey, Freddie Gibbs and the fam over here in San Diego with me. I have been turning up with them. I have been getting down with Rabbit. I've been learning from his kid, his daughter, what she has to offer to the world.
what? How to braid hair?
Dude, she's really insightful about just cool things.
Really? Like the 3/5 compromise?
Neopets, the
Oh.
3/5 compromise, strip clubs, which is weird. I think she got that from her dad, but
You been hanging out with your daddy, Freddie? What you been teaching these kids,
another cool thing.
Freddie? Why?
Oh no, dude, he did
Why
it,
are my
bro.
kids washing dishes when they come to your house?
I'm on Freddie Gibbs' classic Instagram stories. He posted a hot new hip hop tweet that says DJ Academics days on Complex and Twitch are reportedly over, so he says, which from the headline seems to kind of like be like he said something and he's probably not over, but could be
Why can't you guys just leave academics alone?
because he's fat
He's not doing.
and annoying.
He's just chilling, dude. He's just fucking.
Dude, he's annoying,
He has his
dude.
little Colts
Dude,
fan
fuck
club.
that guy. That is very cultish too.
He's fucking used to be poor. Now he's rich.
Was he?
Yeah, he said he used to work at Verizon and upload his
Did-
videos on his break in his car
Do you have your phone on you?
somewhere. Why?
No. There's a funny Freddie Gibbs Instagram.
Instagram. All right, bro. We got 9 minutes
You might
left.
lose your job. So I don't know if that's fact or fiction or it might be a rumor. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you.
Fuck this man, Freddie Gibbs, bro.
What did
Fuck
he
this
do?
man, Freddie Gibbs, bro. He's just fucking in a fucking cabana in San Diego, listening to listening to club music, hating on academics while he's getting drinks.
Why is he so mean? I could. Nah.
Because he's a hurt man inside.
Jesus Christ.
9 minutes left, huh? Let's talk from our souls, man. What's been on your mind?
I shaved some capital gains off of my Tesla stock,
I've been
and
thinking
I
about
bought about 15 shares of Uber and 2 shares of Spotify.
Did you sell all the oobs, or can you fucking sell fractions?
Yes, I shared a fraction of my. I have like
Nice.
0.3 Tesla now.
0.3, interesting.
Yes, got a
So-
lot of Uber, got 2 Spotifys. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer: we talk out our asses. You ever think without thinking?
Yes, when I'm driving. It's scary, dude. When I'm
There's a lot of
driving,
things to think.
I'm just like brain dead.
There's
It's
also
Crazy
remember,
how smooth
what's
I
man's
fucking
names, dude?
maneuver.
What is man's name? The guy Sam Harrison is free I forgot what it's called. And I'm not gonna remember it because my brain's trying to remember it. But even like not that brain dead stuff, but just talking, you're not really choosing what you're talking about.
Damn.
Grade the Eppy, dude. What do you
That's
think? What is this, a fucking
devastating.
Monday episode?
Yeah, you know that girl Naya Rivera who they're looking for
The
under
Glee
the
girl.
sea? Yes.
Under the sea.
I'm fucking looking at pictures of her fucking family just breaking down in the water.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, there's a picture of her dad fucking swimming out trying to
Oh,
save his
God.
daughter. Jesus Christ. They don't even know how she died.
Those family loss in the water is never fun. Shout
It's
out my
like,
boy
was it
Shad Gas Bar.
Was it an alligator? Was it a fucking just a whirlpool?
Was it
I
her
don't know.
kid?
Who pushed her? Some fucking
Everybody's
Family
rolling
Guy
out the
Stewie
kid.
shit, dude.
Huh?
Some Family Guy Stewie
Just
shit.
saying. We don't know, man.
Hey, maybe that kid better speak the fuck up. 4 years old
Maybe
or
he has
nothing.
reason to not speak up.
Because he's 4.
No, because he did it.
Oh my God.
Just
They
saying, you
can't.
gotta fuck.
They cannot give Kylie a break, dude. Jesus, let her be.
What's she doing?
She took some pictures of her somewhere. Someone chimed in with Kylie Jenner has a lot of nerve to vacation on the Navajo reservation. Our people are infected and dying at a higher rate than most places in the country. Our government shut down, includes all our parks and the ban of tourism. Please take your white privilege off our land. Well, I'm glad you own this land. I'm glad it's yours.
Is it the U.S. government's land?
It's fucking no one's land. It's fucking land. It belongs to the ants. That's who it belongs to.
Dude, there's be hella
Jesus.
ants popping up.
I love the virtue signaling, dude. Everyone's so quick to say something like this, but not one person's gonna give up their fucking apartment for the Navajo tribe.
Might be true.
Like so and so. Hey, like if you're really into it, fucking white woke person, tell your dad to fucking give up his timeshare and give it back to the tribe whose land it's on. If you're really into it,
Squad.
right? It's kind of like when someone's like, "Yo, let's get rid of the police," but then if the crime goes up, I'm gonna go back to my studio apartment in Silver Lake where it's safe.
Could be a thing.
It's like Jesus Christ. People actually doing the work to change society aren't tweeting about it. I promise you.
There's probably a percentage.
They're too busy doing it. They're too busy getting their hands dirty.
They're just not on that Twitter. They're on wrestling Twitter.
They're like, fuck Twitter. I'm too busy feeding this orphan fucking milk from my own breasts to tweet about.
Dude, you can't change the world one tit at a time.
Oh God. Ooh, is that our new our nonprofit? One tit at a time.
I think that's too slow.
We're
gonna have to enlarge these tits to some kind of mechanical tit.
We give breast milk to orphans. Our breast milk.
Unpasteurized. Raw cow milk. You ever had raw cow milk?
Isn't it just like cream?
No.
Dirty?
I'm just like fucking watery.
Nah, I have not had raw cow milk.
I know what it's like.
I have.
I wonder what they put in fucking cow milk.
Apparently, they artificially rape cows to get that milk.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of invasive.
They inseminate it with fucking like a cum machine, right? And then the cow gets pregnant. And then they make it have a miscarriage. And then they rape it again so they can get pregnant, so that they can get that tit milk, because it only has milk if it's pregnant. And they do that until
you
the
could
cow.
use the cows for like meat.
They do that to the male cows.
Oh, female cows don't fuck with it.
Nah, female cow, I guess it's like a little different.
What, they don't got meat?
Guess it's like not good enough. I don't know.
Whatever, scientists.
Scientists. Not even scientists. It's probably just like, oh, more meat on the bull.
I mean,
more.
There has to be some scientists.
We need these fucking cows. We need these cows to lactate, and then when they're done, just fucking shoot them in the head. Imagine that, just getting inseminated and then having your child killed. Imagine what that does to the mental health of a cow.
That's what people are drinking.
It's probably not really. It's probably not. And the fucking milk industry is funding all that shit, bro.
People keep on drinking it, so fuck it.
Bro. I think people are getting wise to that. As time goes on.
There was a whole fucking, remember the whole fucking like anti-farming stuff was kind of in the zeitgeist. I mean, it's still
anti-farming.
Yeah. They're like the chicken machine farm system.
Oh yeah. Oh God. They're horrible at chickens. But those eggs are so fucking good. Fuck.
If we're gonna talk about the very unnice care of animals, chickens, you can eat chickens. Milk, what the fuck you need milk for? I'm sure there's a nice documentary that shows why cow milk was pushed on people in the fucking 50s for money.
Isn't it good for fucking children? It's good for like toddlers.
That's what a lot of people have in their brain already, huh?
But then No, it's like a good source of protein. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But then, like, once you become like a kid, you don't need it anymore.
I'm sure there's a nice documentary.
You
I don't
find
know
it,
about it.
you find it, and send it to me, and we can talk about
I
it.
shall continue raping almonds. I really don't drink milk for anything.
Those poor
but
almonds.
Fuck those almonds, bro. What are they? Sentient beings? Only a little bit.
Bigoted? Almond
Let's
people.
fucking wrap it, dude.
All right.
This was
Hey,
a
Will Smith, I'm sorry.
wonderful. We didn't even talk about Will Smith. How
Oh
are we gonna get those
God.
fucking clickbaits?
Will Smith, I'm sorry. Will
Dude,
Smith is like,
we'll
I gotta
do
say
it.
one thing about Will Smith. Will Smith is
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm keeping my side hose in check, but yours keep talking. So what the fuck?
I saw someone brought up like this motherfucker Jada had Tupac writing poems about her in prison. Will could never.
Will could never
Forget
be a
about that.
fucking ball and blockbuster hero. God damn
He's a
it. Killing it
blockbuster.
on
But
the
you know,
killing it on the big screen and on
yeah,
TikTok.
Tupac simping on you, bro. Tupac is his fucking mommy problems on you.
Man, Tupac was cheating on Jada, bro. Like nobody's business. So she better get over that shit.
With those big boys in prison, bro.
She got the next best thing. Fucking Will Smith.
Tupac is a nice, supple-looking dude in prison. He's probably getting fucked.
Tupac was probably who was fucking telling me this? Remember I was telling you how Diddy fucks boys? And how it's like a power thing and how fucking what's his name? Michael Jackson's producer. Quincy Jones also does the same thing. To like
fucks guys?
He fucks like young guys and he gives them jobs so that they don't talk.
Quincy?
Yeah. And he tried to do that with Tupac, but Tupac was like, nah.
That's like a thing that's known?
This is all hearsay. This is all hearsay.
Oh.
But the way this guy was telling me about it.
Like public hearsay or your hearsay?
Like this guy I worked with was telling me this on my lunch break. And I was like, bro, like what? He's like, yeah, dude, look it up. And then he told me he went to a party at the Weeknd's house, and I was like, dude, there's no way. He was like, yeah, dude, I had this friend who was like friends with his friend. He was like, yo, you want to go to a party tonight at the Weeknd's house? And I was like, yeah, dude. And so we went to this mansion, and the Weeknd wasn't even there. And he like patted me down, took my phone, and as soon as you walk in, there's just like a table full of drugs and a table full of condoms, and everybody was just in the fucking mansion, just fucking and doing drugs. And the Weeknd wasn't even there, but I felt really uncomfortable, so I took some of the drugs and I left. That's what he said.
I remember that story.
And I was like, dude, even if you're lying, that's a really great story. So I'm gonna believe you.
Yeah, there's not a lot of things that I find completely unbelievable anymore.
Imagine that part.
What's one thing you would find completely unbelievable as we wrap it up?
Completely unbelievable?
Yeah.
Completely unbelievable.
I guess something that defies the laws of physics, but physics have been proven wrong before.
I magically make $5,000 before I go to bed. That sounds great.
Like how? That's not completely unbelievable.
How would I do that? I have nothing going on in the background right now. The market's closed.
Maybe
I'm not working. I mean, I'm doing a pod.
Someone cash apps you. That's pretty believable.
Maybe I just need to
let's get farther here now.
Post some pictures of my feet, and
like if you had a clone, that's kind of unbelievable, but not completely, because like you know what's happening when you're fucking in that baby in that nursery room. You know what I'm saying?
It's unbelievable. We wake up and the president's dead.
That's completely believable. That's just someone being killed.
I know, but I only said it because when it does happen, I'll be like, I said it.
But how far off? This has like at least you only have like a week's window, maybe a month.
I feel like it's not easy to kill a president.
No, but I'm saying for you saying that for it to be cool, like you
for
have a window of time for it to be cool.
It would have to be after this pod is uploaded, so it'd have to be tomorrow.
You don't think like a month? I think a month it'd still be kind of cool.
A month out? Nah, that's just like because everybody says every day I wish Trump was dead.
2 weeks.
So it's just like you're not gonna be like, oh, remember you said that 2 weeks ago? That's not cool.
2 weeks is pretty cool.
All right,
I'll say it every day until
Just fucking have a random target.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, I don't think it's fucking.
Thanks for listening to the pod.
Thanks for
this
listening to the pod.
For me, I feel like I was a little off.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. We'll be back on Wednesday with more content for you.
Dark Racial Humor on Instagram, YouTube, AdobeHouse.live. Get some shirts.
New Dark Racial.
Love you. Bye.
New Dark Racial.